Alright, so I'm not sure how I feel about talking to the camera. This is definitely a weird sensation, but you know what? We're gonna roll with it. I gotta work on that carburetor. The diesel pop is insane. There's way too much noise. It doesn't really pick it up on camera how much noise it's making, but it is obnoxious. I go cruising by my neighbors and they're all like, why is that thing making so much noise? So it doesn't run quite right. Hopefully we'll pick up a little bit more power too out of the carburetor. But anyway, that is the next project. That guy right there. There it is. For my workbench over here, there is absolutely no space to work. None whatsoever. Yeah, so I gotta get that cleaned up. As you can see, what a mess. I got this section over here cleaned up though. This section is looking pretty good. I like it. So I'm just gonna put in my rack that I bought from the Home Depot. I'll put all that garbage over there on the rack over here. And then we'll get to working on the carburetor. So anyway. Alright, so this is a K&N high flow air filter. So even though it's the stock air box, the stock air cleaner itself, the filter element has been changed with the K&N. Also, I don't know, there's no markings on these pipes to see, you know, like where they came from or what brand they are or anything. I think they're probably just eBay, but they are much higher flowing than stock. They're definitely not stock. They're very angry. Basically what that means is I've got a lot more flow here and I've got a lot more flow here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with a 190 main as well as maybe a 46 slow. I do have a 48 as well, so I don't know. I guess this is just trial and error, I guess, so we'll see what happens. Alright, so once I got in here to get a look at the main jet, it said 165 on it. I'm going, wow. From the factory it's supposed to be a 180. But I tried to put my jet that I got from CV Performance and it didn't even fit. The thread was just not the right thread. So at some point it looks like somebody installed probably a dyno jet or some other aftermarket kit with the emulsion tube and everything. So these, basically the jets that I bought were not going to work. So I picked up a factory emulsion tube. This one's going to work. Hopefully the needle will still be the same and I'll still be able to run this one. So we'll see what happens. All right, we got her. She's done. What do you think the chances are that she's gonna run? I would say not good. Not good at all. Here we go. And let's get the key on there. A little bit of choke. Fuel is on. And run. We're back. It's the next day, the next afternoon, actually. I have been playing with this all morning long, trying to get the idle screw mixture right, and I think I like where it ended up. Last night I got it all together with that 46 Pilot in there, and it was still too lean. The diesel pop was much better, but there was still some diesel pop going on. So I tore into it again, and I went with a 48. On the slow jet. Probably more than what she needs, especially because the smallest main jet I had was a 190, and that is pretty fat. So, but she likes it. She runs. There's a tiny bit of diesel pop still, but it is very minimal, and I think I'm gonna roll with that. Unless I have major issues, it will stay like that until we do pipes and a different intake. Anyway, we'll go on some rides. I'll take you for a ride. I got a new helmet mount, so yeah. So I know it's not a proper motovlog without one of those fancy microphones that you plug into a GoPro. Where's your go boy? I'll get me one eventually and it'll be a legit motovlog. This is just a ride that I took to the local auto parts store. I figured I'd pick me up a couple of spark plugs and do plugs while I was doing jetting as well. Originally I put in the 190. It felt pretty good. It did sputter a couple of times, and I knew I was too rich. I did have a 185 jet on order from JP Cycles. It was back ordered, and I didn't think it was going to be here this week, but it did. It showed up Saturday afternoon. I didn't have time to record it or anything, but I did get the 185 put in, and it runs so much better. The responsiveness, the mid-range power. In the mid-range you can really tell, especially when you get on the freeway. So you open her up and she really starts to take off. So I think I'm going to leave the 185. So it's a 185 and a 48 Pilot jet. So if you guys have similar projects, similar pipes, and a K&N air filter or whatever, you know where to start. So it does have the adjustable needle. I left it on level 3, so there's 6 little notches. It's on the 3rd notch from the top. So anyway, thanks for watching.